Alexa, pause. That's it. Final night. 30 days in a row we have been together. And tonight is the end of it. Surprising what you can accomplish in 30 days. Tonight is the night where we wrap it up, y'all. Where we say goodbye for a little while, just a little while. But our time together is coming to a close. Tonight is the end of our 30 days together. I hope it's been as good for you as it has been for me. I loved it. I had a blast getting to know everybody better and being part of your lives, L-I-V-E-S's, for the last 30 days. Give me a sec. There we go. And let's close on a good note, because we've covered so much ground. The ground that we have covered over the last 30 days is quite amazing. And somebody's calling out for the juicer. Love that. That's awesome. I'll make sure he knows that. I was going to have a special guest tonight, which was the Rocker, but wouldn't you know it, core values get in the way. And the Rocker has an event with Johnny Boy tonight, so she will not be joining me. It will just be me taking it home with you. Kendra, good to see you. David, good to see you. Michael, good to see you. Judge, good to see you. Good to talk to you, Judge. Maria, good to see you too. Dan, nice to see you. Michael, good to see you. What I'm really interested in tonight is what have you gained from the last 30 days together? Please tell me that we have not spent our last 30 days together and the only thing that you got out of it was a little bit of enjoyment. Please tell me the story that you took from the information that we shared and that you put it into play. Tell me your story. What has occurred to you in the last 30 days that has improved your life? Let me know what you learned and what action you took and what the end result was for you over the last 30 days. That's what's most important to me tonight. I want to know, what is it that you have taken from our time together and what result has occurred? Brock, good to see you. Jimbo says he doubled 50,000 in his business, puts him in accumulation mode. Killer. That's awesome. Megan, good to see you as well. Thank you for jumping on. But tonight is about recap, y'all. I want to go through a few of the most important things that we talked about. I made notes every night. And I've got a list of the things that I believe, as I review our 30 days together, what are the most important things that come to my mind as to what we should have taken away from these 30 days together. The first thing is you got to get your money right. I hope to goodness sake that you learned one thing of our time together, which is that you need more money. Don't be afraid of that. Do not be afraid of this concept that you need more money, that you are behind financially, that you have taken it too easy, and that you have missed out on your money situation. The other thing I want you to get is I want you to get these values, these core values, locked and loaded so that the rest of your life is in connection with the core values that you've created. I want you to install the doorman in your life. I want you to be able to put your core values in place, a doorman in front of those core values, and the doorman clears everything to be able to get the actions only that are connected to your core values. I want you to get the 5-finger exercise squared away that we talked about. I want you to understand that in order to reach your maximum potential, you must test out. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about the getmybsi.com test. I'm talking about taking a predictive index test. I'm talking about taking a DISC test, whatever assessment, Briggs, whatever that thing is called, whatever assessment you want, you got to test out. I want you to understand that you have to maximize your time. Your time is so freaking precious, and so many people are pissing it away, doing things in a reactive mode. I want you to also understand how to get a raise. We talked about that in one of the sessions together, exactly how you go get a raise. If you miss any of that, that's in this book, You Need More Money. We talked about time blocking. One of my absolute most important lessons that we've done over the last 30 days is the importance of time blocking and color coding your time on your calendar so you know exactly what to do. Blake says that he took my advice and got a $35,000 raise. My brother, was that not time well spent? Congratulations, Blake. I'd like a little more detail on that. If you would expand upon that, write it in the comment section of exactly how you did that. And then the last thing, which came from last night's, which is your ability to get this unbridled ambition going again. How do you get ambition as on the forefront of your mind and then add the word unbridled into it? Way too many people are sitting there numb, waiting for something to happen, being in the reactive mode versus being nothing but proactive, ambitious with some unbridledness to it to go get your piece of the American pie. So I'm interested in knowing what the biggest takeaway that you got from our time together. It's a great welcome for Daniel and for Joe and for Anthony. Welcome aboard. Megan, as always, welcome aboard. Mike says, yes, the time blocking at Coca-Cola was a big takeaway. My wife overheard that one too. Good, Mike. That's awesome. I can't wait to explore that further for you. But tonight is about recap, y'all. Tell me your takeaways for tonight because, yeah, Scott knows what to say. Scott's sharing the love over here on Facebook, giving Blake a big shout out. Dude, share us your story, Blake. Tell us how you took what we talked about and you put it into action, got yourself a $35,000 raise in 30 days. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. This shit isn't joking stuff. This stuff isn't entertainment shit. This is the stuff I put into place in my own damn life. You got to do it too, y'all. Jason, welcome aboard, my brother. Eleanor, nice to see you. So guys, listen, I don't have an agenda for tonight other than to recap. If you guys don't have stories of how this benefited you other than Blake's, who got a $35,000 raise this month, then we're going to end up doing the Love Fest and the Sayonara because we're going to sign off. This has been a very, very beneficial time for me, and I hope it was for you. 10X Love says, biggest takeaway yesterday. First, make 300 to 400,000, and then when you have enough cushion, you go figure out your why. Dude, I like that. I know that's very not what people want to talk about. It's certainly not what people want to hear, but bro, that's the damn truth. Everybody's chasing their why and their purpose. That bullshit don't matter. You know what it matters? You got to get your piece of the American pie, man. You got to get your money right. Then you figure out your why. That is different than your core values. Please do not intermingle the two. Core values and your why are two very, very, very different things. Core values are what is important to you, what is your threshold, what will you tolerate and what will you not tolerate in your life and certainly in your business. That's the difference between core values and your why. Your why could be, what is your God-given talent? What are you put on this earth to do? Dude, I'm not here to fix that for you. I'm not even here to tell you how to get that. I'm just here to tell you the first thing you got to do is get your money right. And I just refuse to waver on that topic because, dude, when I researched for this book, all I realized is that most people are so woefully behind in their finances that if I have the opportunity to help them and fix it, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to help and put my fingerprint and thumbprint on the future. And I'm going to do it in a number of different ways. So guys, share your stories. The best success story I got is from Blake, who got a $35,000 raise. Dave, my lender, says he wrote his core values down on on index cards. Good, dude. Love that stuff. That's great. Blake says, Blake Duncan, good to see you, buddy. Biggest takeaway, you're generous, Matt. Thank you for sharing, being real. Your purpose in helping others is a testament to yourself. Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Dave says, knowing if anything happens to me unexpectedly, my family will be okay. That's what makes it easier. Good stuff. Mike Ficara wants to know, Matt, what have I learned in the last 30 days? Dude, that's a great question, my friend. That's a great question, my friend. I have learned the power of consistency. I have learned the power of thought generation, being written down, and how to deliver a more clear message. Mike also wants to know, what have we learned about the audience? I've learned that there are a lot of tremendously caring people out there, people who want to do good in the world, people who want to do better in the world, that all hope is hardly lost. There are wonderful, good people in the universe, and I met a tremendous amount of them on this 30-day movement. 10X Love and Peace wants to say, can you please talk about the importance of self-esteem and knowing how it is? Dude, it's a simple thing when it comes to business. Ask yourself, can you hold price or not? If you can hold price, your self-esteem is in check. If you can't hold price, if you're selling shit way too cheap, if you're always giving the discount, if you're always the low price provider, if your customers are beating you over price, you got a self-esteem issue, man. It's simple in business. Self-esteem outside of business, much more difficult conversation. But self-esteem is quickly determined in business by your ability to hold your price. There's no question about that. Scott says he learned that he was living in false positive way too long. I love that, dude. That's killer. Maria says, you need more money became her notebook. I wrote all over it. Oh, that's awesome, Maria. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Casey Dyer says he likes that. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it, dude. Ryan says it's been amazing. I love that. Good to see you, Volcanic Vicky. I love that. I think I did miss a thing on a comment on Instagram. I apologize for that. So listen, guys, it's the end of our time together, man. It don't have to be a massive love fest. It don't have to be Kwanzaa tonight. But I do want to tell you guys that I appreciate you believing in me and you spending your time with me. And I hope that I taught you some stuff that you will put into play, into action. Scott wants to know, can you talk about one or two aha moments when you said you say, okay, I'm going in the right direction? Dude, I never doubted my direction ever. I doubted my knowledge. I sure as hell didn't know much about a lot, but I never doubted the fact that I would be successful. If you look at my predictive index test, my personality test, my A, which is indicative of dominance, of force, of drive, it's literally off the chart. It's in the sigma section, the sigma 1, 2, 3. It's at the far end of the 3, which puts it in about the 3% of the population. I knew that all along. I didn't need a personality test to tell me that. I always knew that I would force so much in the marketplace that I would get my piece of the American pie. What I didn't realize was that along the way, I was able to help many in my office, many clients, many friends come along with me on that ride. And that was really, to be frank with you, the most magical experience, is still today the most magical experience that I have enjoyed. It has been an incredible journey that is still ongoing, dude. I think I'm just getting started. And I appreciate everybody being with you. Judge, I appreciate you being with me. Ryan wants to know, what advice would I have given myself when I was just starting out? I think I did answer that. I would have required myself to have the confidence to move up the food chain. I would have required myself to have the confidence to ask for help from others up, down the trough or above the trough, moved up the food chain. I was so concerned that I wasn't successful enough, that rich people wouldn't give me the time of day. And I was so wrong about that. It was a huge mistake. And that's exactly what I would say to myself. How can we best prepare for BFS, Business Finishing School? Great. First thing I would tell you is get there on time. For those of us heading down to 10X, we have seen that these flights have been canceled. Over 2,000 flights canceled just near Chicago alone today. That messes up a lot of things. I would tell you, thank you, Kendra, for saying that. Kendra says, I practice what I preach. I appreciate that very much. Your preparation for Business Finishing School is really a fewfold. Number one, get there on time. Make sure you're there. You will find that Business Finishing School is a different event than almost any other event you've been to. It is a more emotional event. It is more feeling. We tap, of course, your business brain, but along the way, through the force of core values and the deep dive exercises that we do, you'll actually begin to understand how these business strategies that we teach will fix so many other areas in your business. Because let me tell everybody one thing as we continue on our final night together. If you got a shitty business, you got problems in your life, dude. Your business is a reflection of you. Your career is a reflection of you as an individual. It is not two completely separate things. If you ain't making the money that you need to make, if you're struggling in business, if your business isn't doing what it's supposed to do, it isn't your employee's fault and it isn't the business's fault. The reality is it's your problems that still need to be addressed. You got a core value issue. You have a catalyzing statement issue. You have a money issue. You have a roadmap issue. You have a chaos issue. You have an addiction issue. You have a relationship or lack of a relationship issue. You got self-esteem issues, all that stuff. And listen, I ain't talking from left field, man. I've been through every last one of them. So I'm not talking from left field. I'm not preaching to you like I haven't walked that walk. Dude, I've walked all that shit. But eventually, to get to the level that you need to get to, financial freedom, to be where you are supposed to be able to live on purpose, you've got to clean that head cheese, man. And I just want everybody to understand that if you're in business and your business isn't going in the direction you want it to, it is a very small reflection of your business and a very large reflection of yourself. And that, my friend, is one of the greatest benefits that you will get out of BFS, to be open and ready for that. Woody the Trucker just joined. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Blake wants to know, if I had to start all over again, what would I do? Would I do anything different? I can tell you that the one thing that I would do is I would not do it alone like I did. And what I mean by that is I waited too long to partner with people. I waited too long to collaborate with people. You know, I can tell you that now I'm just getting, I'm just understanding the maximum importance of great teammates. I work with some incredible people at Commercial Fleet, some real winners, people who want to win, who want to tap their potential, and they want to help each other. And I wish I had recognized that earlier in my life. I would have gotten in on a team versus just being this lone desperado. Corky wants to know, he's getting to business finishing school early. Can he help with anything? Corky, thank you for your invitation, but the answer is no. This is our event for you. Your job is to come and learn. I do not need your help. Your only help is to help yourself at business finishing school. And along the way, if you can pull some other people up, that's awesome. But I appreciate your offer very, very much. But we have our team in place. We are here to give you a fantastic experience. You do not need to help us with anything. All you need to do is rock and roll. Joe says, I have a bachelor's degree, MBA, and law degree, and these videos have taught me a lot. I can't imagine what BFS is going to be like. It's going to be awesome, my brother. Woody says, BFS is powerful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Cammie. Good to see you, Cammie. Always great to be around Cammie. Cammie is a perfect example of what I'm talking about at Business Finishing School. When 10X Love asked, what will he experience at Business Finishing? You'll experience Cammie, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Cammie is a massive thread, a glue that feeds into the emotional element of Business Finishing School. I cannot stress it enough. By the way, I'm going to give you my last sales pitch before we leave. You're dumb if you haven't booked your ticket for Business Finishing School. I don't know what else to say to you. If we've been together for 30 days and I haven't convinced you that Business Finishing School is possibly the single greatest business decision I've ever made, enrolling in Business Finishing School and understanding the content, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Sooner or later, you got to reach into your wallet and bust it out. Bust out the damn credit card, drop $799 to probably make, $1 million and be happier and less chaotic and more present and less reactive. Come on, man. For $799, what else can I tell you about that? What else can I tell you about that? Shit. Listen, I love y'all. I care about you. I want to stay connected with you. I think I'll probably end up doing a live once a week now. The once a night is too much. I got way too much stuff going on in my life, especially as we move. We're only 3 weeks away from Business Finishing School. The next 3 weeks are going to be a hard push for me and my team. in an effort to pull off the greatest event that you've ever been to, the greatest value you've ever been part of. And Corky's going to be there. Joe's going to be there. Jimbo's going to be there. I'm sorry the other names aren't coming to me. I apologize. It has been a long day. But for those of you who are coming to Business Finishing School, I love you. I appreciate it. For those of you who are not coming to Business Finishing School, I still love you. I just need to slap you around a little bit between now and September to get you to come to that next event. Unless you're ready to pull the trigger right now and you want to enroll in our program, it's $229 a month, or it's $4,788 for the entire 4-year program, and you get it all at one time. We will demo the program at Business Finishing School. Samuel will be there. 10X Love will be there. That's awesome. So guys, listen, I care about you. For those of you who are going down to 10X, I'll be there Friday. My flight gets in around 9. And I'm busting out first flight on Sunday morning. I have a 5 a.m. flight to Miami and a 5 a.m. out of Miami on Sunday morning. So I will be hanging out with my buddy Blake and my buddy Dave and my buddy Coach Burt. Coach has been kind enough to save me a spot in his suite at 10X. And it's going to be awesome. So I appreciate you guys. I look forward to seeing you down the road. Woody, my pleasure. Thank you for being on with me. Sorry the rocker couldn't join me tonight, but you know what? Core values, got to be with the boys. That's how it plays out. Guys, I'll see you. Look for the social media post I'll post. I think I'll probably come on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. with a very specific theme. So I care about you guys. Take care of y'all, and I will see you down the road.